Hey, Mark, your background's back.
Yeah, how about that, huh? Yeah.
So we were waiting for Mark. Mark was having some technical issues here with his background, and it just wasn't working. And so finally, he's like, "Screw it!" And all of a sudden, now that we decided to go live, it actually works. So there you go. Anyways, we are on the wrong lead. We are going to be playing some low roller Canterbury / Emerald Downs. The goal is simple. We have $20. We got the first 3 races at Canterbury and the last 3 races at Canterbury and the first 3 races at Emerald Downs, which bring us right up to our normal end time, right around 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock Central. So we're gonna make some plays and see what we can do here. Kind of a weird weekend in racing. I saw that they were doing Downs After Dark again on this weekend, and I always just assumed it was Stephen Foster night for some reason, because I know that they usually run that at night, but apparently that's not till like closing night. I think it's like the 26th of June. So not a lot going on this weekend. Chase, I know you are like on the pulse of NYRA racing. What's Belmont look like this weekend? Anything there?
It's pretty laid back. And it's actually not even the feature. They're running it as like the 8th on a 10 race card on Saturday is like a New York bred stakes race, which I'll have to get into it and see if there's any like names that pop out. But it looked like the feature was like a 80,000 optional claimer, so it's pretty laid back this weekend.
Yeah, and I wanted to say I had this whole spiel planned, and I was like, man, it's going to be nice to finally go like a weekend without having to chase some stupid carryover at some place or some wager that I normally wouldn't play. And fucking Belmont decided to go ahead and carry over for a second day, I believe, on the Pick 6. So I think we have a 2-day carryover on the Pick 6 tomorrow. Caleb, you're gritting your teeth.
Why are you the way that you are?
You're not happy about this, are you?
Why did you have to say that, Josh?
I didn't watch a race today. I wanted nothing to do with racing, and I'm trying to take on real light till Saratoga, and then I even knew there was a carryover, and I'm like, well, like I'm not going to go after it. A 2-day carryover.
No, the carryover was today, and there was a lot of unhappy people.
I thought today was a really good card at Belmont, by the way. Like just in terms of like what they carded, it wasn't your typical Thursday card filled with maidens, and there was some pretty competitive races. It didn't chalk out. I mean, it was a good card.
All right, we got 5 minutes to race 6 here, so let me pull up my PPs here. Chase, I see that you got a couple plays already that you're looking at here.
Yeah, so with these small bankroll kind of things, what I like to try to just get after it early, and it kind of lends itself to this that I have a big price that I like in the 3 Golden Eyed Queen. I feel like this might be.
I do want to point out that Golden Eyed Queen does have 3 cherries. So shout out to Papo.
Shout out to Papo, and thanks again for having me on the shake up. But yeah, I want to try to. I felt like Golden Eyed Queen might be the speed of speed here, so I'm betting that horse to win, and then I'm taking the other speed horse in this maiden race and keying those two or using those two in like a part wheel exacta. So 2-3 over 1-2-3 with 3 to win.
And I'll get that up for you guys right now. Mark, like I would love to put your bets up on here, like type them out, have them nice and pretty.
It's only 7 tickets in a pick 3. Come on now, Josh, this isn't that bad.
Mark, like here's the thing, Mark. All right.
Oh, this pick three only took 7 tickets. This thing's gonna chalk out.
Get chalk out, right?
Was there 12 horses?
Here's the thing, Mark. All right. So last time we did something like this, you went ahead and you decided, like we were playing Sam Houston, we were playing Turfway, we were just like, humming away, just, and then you were like, hey, why don't we play Delta Downs? And you just gamed the mother effing system with just like some redonkulous double at the end, and here you are ABCing. I'll pull up this damn ticket. Hold on a second.
Yeah, Caleb really didn't like my what was it, $200 double into an 8-5 shot,
Yeah.
197 or something, whatever it was.
Since we're 3 minutes to post, does anyone have any race 6 plays that they're wanting?
Yeah, I might pick 3. I really like. Chase talked about the 3 here, which is a horse that is probably your loose speed. I thought the 6 was really super interesting in here. There's a lot of horses that you kind of know here. A lot of maidens who've beaten around the maiden ranks and have run good races. I mean, this 1 would make a ton of sense. But I like the 6 and getting a horse that might have some upside. Trainer who has really good second time numbers, really good numbers with this jock. Not a lot of turf pedigree, top or bottom, but a horse that can be forwardly placed, and they're taking a shot in turf here. I thought the 6 was pretty interesting at nice little mid price.
I'm just like shaking my head at this. This is just like, I can't believe this.
Here
we go.
This is small ball, right? You got to develop some leverage. Egregious.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Egregious.
I don't even know where this caption is from. But apparently, at some point, we talked about something being egregious.
And you asked me to spell egregious, and I spelled it. I nailed fucking egregious. It was egregious how well I spelled that word.
I spell it MARK.
This is all not wrong. I'm also win betting the 6 with my remaining $2 of my 20 here.
Oh shit. I really want you to lose first off here. So right now,
if you're 3 wires, I lose. So
yeah, I don't really like honestly anything between Canterbury or Emerald Downs, but for the sake of having a play, I agree with Chase. I thought the 3 was interesting here. I'm given the price 8-1. I'm going to key the 3 in an exacta key box with the 1 and the 4. So a 3 with the 1-4 exacta key box. I think 3 gets loose and probably gets a piece. I think 4 is probably the horse to beat coming out of those better races at Oaklawn. Just a matter of if she takes the grass.
Jay thinks the 2 is going to go with the 3, so he thinks it's probably going to be a little bit of a pace duel here. So Caleb, since it's either going to be you or Chase, but Caleb, I'm going to give you first shot. All right. So I'm going to go through the cherry rating system here, right? All right, so we got these 2 horses. These are the only 2 horses that have any cherries in this race. All right, and it's split up into 2 sections, right? We have this one first cherry. What does this first cherry signify, Caleb?
I would have to say that he was on the lead in his last start.
The first cherry signifies the letter E.
Or he's an E horse. Okay.
All right. And then, what do you think the second 2 cherries signify?
So wait a second, hold on here. Do more cherries denote cheaper speed?
They're like about to walk into the gate, by the way. So
yeah.
Well, I don't have any play here.
Okay.
I'm saving all my bullets for Emerald Downs because there's a huge speed bias there. So
first cherry is is an E. Second cherry means probably within half a length of the first call. Third cherry is within half a length of the second call.
Oh, that's close. So you get 2 cherries if you got 5 or greater. You're an E5 or greater. All right. You only get 1 cherry if you're less than that. All right. And if you get a 0, you get no cherries.
What do you get for the swastika in between cherry 1 and 2 on the number 3? Am I the only one that sees that?
No,
yeah, I think you are the only one who sees that. So we're going to delete those because apparently my cherry drawing skills are not good. But we do have we got them loading in here. Chase, are you going to?
Hey, since they're loading in, can I give you my play now?
Oh yeah, go for it, Brian. Yeah. What you got?
$3 double, 2-3 with 8.
2-3 with 8, nice and simple.
Actually, I love that play.
Yeah,
love that play
as well. The will pays are beautiful on going to the 8, or the probables are. So I mean, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you're really getting paid going to that 8.
I had a
short price next race.
I was really debating going 3 to the 2-3-8 and a double here, but decided to keep it all in 1.
Yeah, I guess if we weren't doing a $20 limit here, I probably would have gone a little bit deeper.
Those are good double will pays, and that's why it pays to check. Like I didn't think to check it because I assumed that 8 was going to be, 4 to 5, but
Right,
you're getting
right.
paid here for sure.
5 furlongs on the turf. They are all in the gate, and they are off. The 2 for the Love of Lydia breaks to an early lead with a 3. Golden Eyed Queen right next to her. These two are hustling. 3 now asserts itself, takes this lead. So Golden Eyed Lydia with a short lead over. Golden Eyed Queen over with a short lead over for the Love of Lydia. Now the 6, Peak of Chic, pressing from the outside. That horse is pumped up and looks eager to go. Really tugging at the reins, trying to keep this horse in control. 2 checking a little bit, and the 1 Faded Memories in behind them.
Just go with the 6. Don't freaking strangle you.
They hit the turn, and
go.
It looks like the 2 and 3 are running off with it.
Come on, now 6. Come on, hold on.
If the 2 realizes it's an English channel, it's got it. The 2 does not know it's an English channel.
I thought the race was too short for the 2 because it was an English channel. Man, what was the 2? I would have had 34 on the for a 2-1. Stack.
That's a tough. 2 didn't win. You won. He made sense. 2 was. For a horse that has faded that bad in all 3 starts to actually sit off the pace and make that move, that's impressive. But
not only that, like hard scent and then pulls back and relaxes.
Yeah. Can't be thrilled with the rod on that 6.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
No. So you had the 1. Did you have the 1 in your pick 3?
Yeah,
Fuck.
Dude, the horse was like even money. Of course he had it.
2 to 1.
That's a Canterbury even money. That's a Minnesota even money, 2 to 1.
But over 13 types aren't my thing, So that was the horse you wanted to beat.
This is Minnesota. 0 for 13 is like a 2 for 5 lifetime at Belmont or something.
0 for 13.
How does the 4 end up being the morning line favorite there? 0 for 7, a horse who doesn't have a ton of. Lemon Drop Kid, but besides that, not a ton of turf pedigree. Like, really?
Class.
Doesn't matter.
No, but that's why the morning line is what it is. Look where these other horses came out of compared to what the 4 is racing.
Yeah.
$93,000 maidens.
I think he's the right favorite. Maybe the 1 should have been favorite. They're pretty close, but I don't hate that. The horse is the fastest horse on paper, albeit on dirt races, but still.
Wasn't the 1 faster on paper?
No.
You're right. No,
they're
the 4 was faster. You're right. Yep.
I'm constructing my pick 3 here. I'm gonna do the anti-mark. I'm gonna caveman to pick 3
Nice.
at Emerald Downs.
All the cherry horses?
Are you using the entire bankroll on the pick 3?
Quite possibly, because I've seen. Well, I might save a little bit for the second leg because I think there might be a little bit of value there in the win bet. But I'm gonna see. I got to see what this is gonna cost me here.
Yeah, I don't really understand if you're a jock in a 5 furlong turf sprint with maidens and your horse gets a little rank, why you don't just let your horse go. Like, we're not going a mile and a quarter. Like, what are you doing wrangling?
I really thought that was Julian Leperoux for a second.
Yeah,
I did.
Horse rolls up on the outside, and then he obviously wanted to go a little early, and then you get in an argument with the horse mid corner. What are you doing, kid?
All right, so I'm actually making I got a double and the pick 3. I'm gonna play here, and that's my entire bankroll.
Oh boy.
There was actually 2 horses in 2 of the 3 races at Emerald Downs that I kind of liked and wanted to bet, but they're both off the pace runners, and I'm just not convinced you can win off the pace at this track. So I'll probably watch this one and see.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be keying pretty much all my plays off of the 4 in the second race. So I want everything to go through that 4 Fireball Red. Fireball Red looks like I guess I should pull up the PPs here. There we go. So in race 2, Fireball Red. Once again, I'll try and draw these a little bit better. All right, we got the E here. That's 1 cherry. We got a 7, so it's going to get another 2. So, yeah, this is a 3 cherry play here, seeing as there are no other E horses in this race. So I'm just gonna key everything through this horse, and I'm gonna be using the 2 chalk horses here in this first leg, the 4 and the 5, Float On and Gordon Anthony. They both look like they're going to be forwardly placed. There doesn't seem to be much speed in this first race. And then I'm going to finish it off in this last race with the 6 American Buddha, who didn't use a lot of speed last race, but had been pretty forwardly placed. Is going to be moving from the all weather to the dirt. So we got plus trainer stats here on this kind of move. So hoping we're going to see a little bit of improvement here from this horse, and maybe getting on the dirt. We're going to go a little bit quicker here on the front. So I got a $5. I got a $5 pick 3, which is a $10 play. 4-5 with 4 with 6, and then I got another $5 double 4-5 to the 4, just in case my 6 is just a piece of garbage. But
no love for the 3. He's at least a 2 cherry horse.
Oh, I don't know about. I mean, yeah, you do get a couple of cherries here for the 5, but I don't know. At least looking at it, I thought the 4 and the 5 seemed like better horses. I mean, honestly, I really like the 4 the best. I don't know. I thought from when I've seen at Emerald Downs, the outside has been like pretty decent. And it could have just been like the handful of races I watched a couple days ago, but the speed bias is definitely there. But yeah, I'm just going to go with the 4 and the 5 here.
Yeah, I prefer your 4 to the 5 as well. Actually, I like the 3 and the 4 here. The 2 is the closer. I thought looked interesting if you could actually close.
All right, I got Chase's messaged me a play here. I'm going to go ahead and get this up.
I will say, looking at Will Pays at Canterbury, because I actually played a pick 3 going into this race, so before the stream started. Considering the fact that you had a very short-priced winner of the first leg of it, you had second choice on the board, and then to the favorite here is paying $16.10 on a 50 cent. You gotta love low takeouts. I mean, Will Pays are honestly very solid given how chalky this has been.
The pick 3 takeout is low.
I think it is, isn't it? I think aren't all their pet takeouts low?
That's Sam Houston. Canterbury's. I think it's
just the 5 that's low then.
I think
5
so.
and the 6.
Okay, I thought the 3 and the 4 were as well.
Which is kind of like it's just like the minefield, right? Like, and it's just like the worst part, especially for Caleb, who frequently loses in the first leg and then has to spite play back to pick 4 at double the takeout.
Especially when you single the first legs, the pick 4 costs just as much as the pick 5.
All right. I'm just gonna go cold on a couple plays. I think this 4 feels like just the stone cold winner in the first at Emerald Downs. I also was a really big fan of Modest Mouse. So I'm gonna play
Modest Mouse. They're awesome.
So I'm gonna play Ice Cold Exacta Float On to my nickname in high school, the 1 Perfect D. And then I'm going to do a ice cold double 4, but I like the 2 in the next one. I think that might actually end up being the speed, and I like it coming from Golden Gate Fields and getting the off all weather bump, hopefully.
Oh man, I'm trying to make sense of I'm trying to make sense of the double probables here, because the 4-4 double showing $71 for 2 right now, which is just absurd. So I'm don't mind
you
me.
Like the 4 in the last leg?
In the next leg at Emerald, yes.
Oh, at Emerald. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just the probables are throwing me for a loop. There's only 1,700 in the pool, so it might be a little early for me to see what's going to happen there. But that's a crazy price.
I mean, I thought 5 to 4 is still paying 36 for 2. I don't know. It seems pretty good. And that, I mean, like, at least, like, I don't know, when I'm playing doubles, like, I like to. I know there's lots of talk about singles not being a big thing, but especially in doubles, I'd like to make sure I got at least one. one single unless I've got some just insane probables and I'm trying to spike some prices. But usually I'm just trying to use the double as a leverage to an opinion in one of the legs, either the first or the second. But weird question. Do you guys think that you get more of a price doubling into a horse that you might think is kind of sneaky price, or doubling out of the race?
I tend to find doubling in or pick threes in pay better than out. And I don't know if it's just people, the sneaky horse. Like I always know, we'll be into like a works horse. You have a works horse at Saratoga or something you want to bet into. It always seems like the in leg pays better than the out. And I wonder if that's just people wanting to see the board and how to approach it.
Yeah.
I agree. I always rather go in just because, I mean, I don't know how the computer betting syndicates work and whatever else, but, I sort of think that they're hitting they're correcting the win board to pretty much account for any kind of inefficiency on the win place and show pools. I think you can get a little more of an edge going a race ahead of time, or really 2 races ahead of time, if you can find a way to connect to pick 3.
So Caleb, I saw you put up a ticket here. Pick 3, $1 play.
Yeah. So in this first race, I hate to use 3 horses in a 5-horse race, but I don't really like the favorite. So I'm going to kind of make an excuse here, and going to use the 2, 3, and the 4 here. Probably 3 and 4 are my best pick. The 2 is just one that, he's a good enough price that I'm going to throw him in. He popped a huge race last out, and I don't know if maybe he just likes Canterbury. Maybe it was the, addition of, Butte or whatever else. But, if that's a legit number and he improves on that, I mean, I think he's a contender here. Second race, I used the 2 and the 4. I think your 2 speed horses in a race that's kind of hurting for speed, I think. I'm not sure who gets the lead, so I wanted them both. And I'm not using the 3. I mean, he could win. He's got great figures, but it's a 6-year-old who's 2 for 27 lifetime. And he's a closer. So that's a favorite that I want nothing to do with. And the third leg, I singled the 3. If I don't single the 3, I'd probably have to be about 4 deep here. I thought that debut race, produced a couple of decent looking runners on that May 27th race at Emerald. I mean, if you look at where a couple of the other horses in here, like Ring of Saturn, kind of came from, I mean, they were all sitting pretty comfortably for the most part, sitting in third, a couple lengths off. This horse looks like he got whacked pretty hard at the break. He came out last by 10 lengths and made a pretty big run to get up for third by 3 3/4 lengths. I mean, was only beaten a length and a half by the 2.
So he got whacked pretty hard? Are you talking about Perfect D? Did Perfect D get whacked pretty hard?
No, Perfect D was not touched at all in high school. This is Harbor Outlaw.
He's right, though.
So, yeah, I don't think this horse is really a closer. I mean, after one race, I think that can be misleading a lot of the times, with especially with Brisnet. It'll say, this horse that has one race is, as a 3-year-old is an S0 stone cold closer. I think that's misleading. This horse, may have just gotten bumped at the start pretty bad, knocked out of his game. Thought he showed pretty good courage to keep running, and I'm hoping he's a little more forwardly placed.
Josh, you just running through all the possible ways to show us as a group.
Well, what's nice is if I do it this way, then if I put a banner across, it doesn't cover up one of our faces. I try and put myself on the bottom because you guys usually.
I mean, I'm pretty ugly. You should probably put me on the bottom.
Yeah, but you got that nice background, and I feel like we shouldn't rob the people of the nice background.
I think you were here that day.
I mean, we were there at some point. Definitely. I have the same exact picture on my phone, so.
Does it have Mark in that background?
Probably. There's definitely one I have. You guys ever use the panorama shot? If you guys have iPhones, where you sit there and you just drag it and all that stuff. And I have one, and Mark is somehow in the middle, split in two, because just the way that the camera works, or he's just really long.
Or
this is weird.
Lens, one or the other.
This is really weird, but the best picture of Mark at Saratoga.
Shut up! You're beautiful, Mark. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people going after Mark's looks. Mark is an attractive young man, and I'm tired.
You are beautiful, no matter what they say.
World,
Oh man, that's
No,
tough.
sorry,
Uh,
I got lost there.
so Brian, I thought, were you was this the week you were going up to Arlington, or is that next week?
Next week, I'll be up at Arlington next Thursday and Friday.
Oh, you took
Nice.
time off work, or are you just getting up early?
Yes. I can tell you now, next Wednesday night, I feel like I'm coming down with something. So I'm not going to be available for work.
Horse racing fever again.
It is. It's weird how that happens every summer. I'm not
Comes
sure.
up every summer a bunch of times. That's same problem.
It's very contagious from what I hear.
So
I know I might be coming down with it possibly on Friday. I don't know.
And you got work from home. I went work from track.
if you were to play my place 3 on this race at Emerald Downs, the 5 would be a lock then, since it's like double the closest total in the place pool. Not quite there, but pretty close.
Are you talking about your Australia place pool play?
I mean, it's that angle where double the amount in the place pool for the next closest horse. Like, that's something I will look at American tracks. In terms of like, if I feel like really strongly about a favorite, if I see that, I feel pretty great about it. It might not alter how I bet, but it's something that I like as an indicator.
This might be a good question for you, Mark. But I'm sure Chase, Brian, Caleb, you guys might have a good answer. But I feel like Mark will have a real good answer for this. What's like the largest place bet you've ever heard of someone placing? Like someone you actually know.
I know somebody who placed a 6-figure shot.
Place bet?
Or place bet? Oh, place
Yeah.
bet. I
Place
thought it was
bet.
show bet. I know a person that's placed a 6-fig show bet.
Yeah. I've heard jumpers, that kind of show bet. But
I don't know. Place bet.
And
never
not
had
part
anybody
is of
know
like a
about
win
size.
place, like it just an independent on its
just a
own.
place bet. They're like, hey,
Place
I'm going to
bet.
put $1,000 a place on this horse. Like someone's got to do it, right? Because like, how else do the place pools get any kind of money in them? It's not
Hey,
just
real quick,
strictly
since they're loading in, sorry, not to cut you off. I'm going to go ahead and do a $4 4-4 double. The price is too much for me to pass up at 71 probable.
A $4 4 for 4.
Yep, that's it. You see where I'm going with that, don't you?
Oh, that's good.
Evil Bob Dole saying he once placed a $5 place bet because he's not an idiot.
Yeah, place betting and show betting is, really not good for the most part. If I've ever placed a place bet bigger than $2 for a tournament, I'd probably be lying to you.
They are in the gate in the opener at Emerald Downs. And they are off. Float On breaks to an early lead, closely followed by Gordon Anthony. A couple links back behind them, Perfect D and John's On Point. Now making a move up the Perfect D with Float On still on the lead and Gordon Anthony sitting just off of his hip.
Oh, late money on that 4.
Bet down to 6-5, yeah. The opening quarter in 21.87 seconds. They hit the turn with Float On still in the lead. Gordon Anthony still sitting right off the hip and starting to move off the rail and tipping out wide. The 1, Perfect D. They are about to hit the stretch. And Float On starts to pull away a little bit. The 5, Gordon Anthony, looks pretty well done. But making a move up the rail, the 2, Devil's Workshop. And the 1 just took a wicked step. And 5 resurged after this. What the fuck is going on? 5 forward. You've got to be kidding me. What in the hell just happened?
Oh, Brian just made a me face.
Brian was
Did,
checking his ticket. He's like, wait a second, was that the right horse? Like, what is going on here?
Well, I was confused because he said the 1 misstepped, and I didn't realize Stabile was on the call tonight. And I was thrown way out of the
Just
Yeah.
remember
The person on
Chase's
the-
home
person on the
track and some of the calls that go there, and
Hey, cinnamon whiskey. That's all I got to say.
Welcome, Vic Sessoms.
Yeah. I was gonna say, there's a key
He
reason.
gets paid to do this. I do this to be nice. So fuck you guys.
There's a key reason why that word "not" is in front of the Tampa Bay announcer. Beam wouldn't have made that move. he would have had that one right.
Yeah, probably.
You know, the sad thing is the 4 looked loaded in the turn and then just died. I'm going to have to check our buddy EMD on Twitter and see if he's got something to say about the jockey not going to the right hand there.
I mean, that jockey should be lit on fire for going to the stick when his horse is that much in front and that much the best. Like,
did the horse just like freak after he got hit?
He went left-handed and the horse freaked out.
Yep. On the plus side, I got the better of my two prices, 7-5 instead of 6-5.
Yeah, but Bry got burnt pretty hard. I mean that's a brutal beat for Bry.
That's
Also, the 5 is shorter in doubles.
God bless
it. Happens. I only played it because the price was there, and I mean, still, I don't regret it because the probable on 4-4 is 63 for 2, which that made that worthwhile.
No, I mean, like, and that's the thing too, right? When you talk about wagers, like, you know, after the gate opens, like, it doesn't matter, right? Like, you place the bet. It's just like poker, right? Like, before, like, if you get all your money in or put your money in before the river comes and whatever happens, like, whatever happens after the card, like, I mean, can't do anything about it. So I think we talked a little bit about that this week, Chase, just talking about, like, putting in the wager and just making sure that you're putting it in, getting the best of it. And, you know, if stuff like that happens, or what was the one, was it not Belmont? There was a track yesterday where this horse was much the best. Oh, was it Canterbury? And the jock fell off?
Yes. In the second race, you had 2 just like very heavily bet favorites. One was a Diodoro horse, the other was a Mac Robertson horse, and the Mac Robertson favorite was much the best, and just all of a sudden tossed the jock in the stretch. And, you know, in like a 5-horse race, the 60-1 came in first, and it was like an $800 trifecta in a like 6-horse race.
Yeah, I cashed a really nice exacta on that race that Irad fell off, and I felt like really bad because like I didn't see him get stepped on or get like trampled. I thought he was just like he just fell and it was fine.
Did you boom it?
I don't think I might have boomed it.
You probably boomed it.
I probably boomed it. I think I boomed it in private though, so at least it wasn't like out in public chat. But yeah, I felt kind of bad about that one. But yeah, once you get that kind of stuff, you get loose horses and that like weird stuff always tends to happen. Yeah, there you go. Stephen Fox saying that would be known as results-oriented thinking, which is very dangerous to your bankroll.
Well, you know, I mean, I like to think of myself as trying to find value when I can, and that's why I waited till the last minute to tell you what my play was. Because, you know, on a double probable on a small track like that, you know, somebody lays down a $200 bet, you're going to lose all your value.
We've literally watched Mark just toy with the people of Lake Charles, Louisiana, with the double probable. So you want to see it grow? Want to see it shrink? Here we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Never done such a thing.
Oh,
I've totally
man.
done such a thing.
Where was it?
And it's actually the good people of Vinton, Louisiana.
Is it Vinton or Vincent with a?
I think it's Vinton.
You're probably right.
So I do have
I believe I can help with the Pam situation.
Vinton.
Does it have a silent B like a comb?
Well, Caleb lives there. He can pronounce it.
Other end of the state. I have no idea. I think it's Vinton though, with a T.
So I was laughing because I started thinking about is it Assiniboia Downs and how I think a couple of the Discord people probably mess with those pools a little bit. Shout out Keep Pounding. I did see yesterday. I believe it was yesterday or Tuesday. I believe he played an all pick 3 that cost him like $20 or something because of the fields, and it's a 20-cent base. Did not work out for him. I think he only got like $7 back. But shout out anyways for trying.
But some of us that do play that track do appreciate people who do things like that.
John Wilbank's coming in. I know I see him from Papo's stream. He says he likes a long shot at Canterbury and the 7-horse in the 7th.
Ooh,
Mark, what are your thoughts? So you're playing Canterbury. You're live. You got the 7 anywhere?
I do not have the 7 anywhere. Most of my money's going to the 8.
And I love John's pick then. I love it.
We really do these things just to root against me, don't we?
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna be completely honest with you, right? when we're playing with like actual real American dollar, I mean, I am playing with real American dollars, but like when Mark, when you got like a $300 like pick 5 ABC sequence, like completely leveraged and all that stuff, like yes, I do not want my friend to lose $300. However, when this same friend goes ahead and puts an ABC ticket using 2 Bs in a pick 3 for 50 cents. Yes, I want that ticket to lose very badly, and I want him to lose like his like single pour bourbon at a restaurant. So
I look forward to hearing him say that he had to eat a B in a pick 3.
Well, I'm really looking forward more to it going ABB and losing money.
And a $20 play. So it looks like John's a fan of Waco Kid here. I believe the Waco Kid was Willy Wonka, right?
No.
Yeah, the Waco Kid was Willy Wonka. What's his
Was it?
What's his
Mike
name?
TV.
No, what's Willy Wonka's name? The guy who plays Willy Wonka in
Gene Wilder or Johnny Depp?
yeah,
Choose
Gene
your
Wilder.
era,
There we go. Gene Wilder in Blazing Saddle. He was the Waco Kid. Come on, someone knew where I was going with this, like completely, like ass backwards reference because I couldn't remember Gene Wilder's name.
That was kind of a one cherry joke.
We'll give that one cherry.
Yeah, but it never started out of the gate fast. It was just kind of like failed.
Yeah, if anything, it'd be a no cherry.
Ooh, artificial cherry.
It'd be a Tommy horse. He loves those late.
It sort of did a pass at us out of the gate.
How much time post we got?
1 minute.
All right, Mark, tell us, what are you live to? What do you got here? I don't want to look. I mean, you have all, right?
No, 4 and the 8.
4 and the 8.
Yep.
You don't have any Bs here?
Well, the 8's the A, 4 is a B.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna play a trifecta. I'm keying the 8 in second. So 2-5 with 8 with 2-5 6-8. I really like these 2 and 5 to kind of make a move late, and then the 5 at that price feels like an overlay, and I'm definitely going to win bet that horse.
What was your try again?
I have it in the private chat.
Oh, thanks.
It's a $2 trifecta. 2-8 with 8 with 2-5 6-8. It's a 50-cent base, $20 total.
FYI, we're on the honor system here. I have not been keeping track of these bets. I assume you guys will tell me if you go over. But
I'm up $84 right now.
Nice.
I'm up 85.
Bastard. But did you eat a B?
Oh man.
I don't like anything here. I can't bet this 8 at 4-5. And yeah, the 2 would be my next pick, and he's too short. I mean, I kind of thought the 1 has a chance to hit the board, but I can't create any value here, so I'm sitting out.
Yeah, Ruben Fuentes is on the 7. I don't know. Now maybe I'm a little interested.
I mean, at 28-1, I think I've seen worse bets.
I'm not playing this race either after getting knocked out of my little double there. But I think the 6 is a huge price here at 11-1. I thought the horse would be more like 6-1, but so I'm going to not play it and then watch it win.
I agree. 6 was interesting here as well. I mean, tough race if you get past the 8. I mean, you can make a case for a number of horses.
Looks like they're loaded in now.
Chase Stauffer.
With only slightly less diabetes.
Which one of us does that make Nancy?
Shit, I'll be Nancy.
Yeah.
I knew it'd be you.
You are the prettiest.
I love Nancy.
Just don't be that one guy when you tweet.
Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking of. That's the first thing I was thinking.
And they're off. The one tough Charlie breaks like a shot and takes to an early lead with the 2. Prince Leo trailing, got a length behind him. 4, Jimmy's Macro sitting outside of them, and the heavy favorite 3-5 Khaki Jack wide on the course. Then way behind them, the 6 Silver Dash making a big move. 5, my pick, the smartest and most attractive horse, Holy Muchacho, starting to gain ground. The 7 Waco Kid also starting to pick up a little bit. So they are throwing it down on the front end, 21.87 to the opening quarter. Looks like horses are starting to fade, and Khaki Jack is starting to run big. One Tough Charlie's still on the lead, but we wonder for how long. Khaki Jack's starting to make a run.
I think this one is gone.
I'm not sure. Get this 5 up. Might be gone.
Desperate if
This one might be gone.
Oh, you haven't been
No. And the one Tough Charlie holds on. 1 over 8. Khaki Jack in the 6 Silver Dash. That's going to be a nice little exacta. $51.
That's one of those ones that stings when it's like, I like the one to hit the board, and I sit on my hands, and he wins outright at 15-1.
I'm sorry, John. I wanted it to be you. I wanted you to be the one to knock him out. Instead, it's Caleb's not play.
Yeah.
Is that it? You're done. Is the pick 3? Are the pick 3s done? Are you still alive?
Nah, it's dead. So Josh should be happy.
Caleb, if we would have talked, we would have had that try pretty easily.
Easily, dude, right?
Man.
Yeah.
5 started ranging up. I was like, okay, here we go. It's going to go 5-8, and then it just.
I mean, that's the kind of race that, to me, almost mandates a play just because of how overbet the 8 was. I mean, 3-5 was ridiculous for that horse in that spot. I know it's Carl Broberg, but still, that is just the kind of race where that horse is so overbet that anybody else becomes a pretty big overlay. Unfortunately, I had
prime power.
I had 1-2-6 written down. I didn't know that the 8 would probably miss the exacta, so I couldn't construct a ticket I liked, but it is the kind of race I like to attack.
Yeah, it looks like British Gamer was on the 2 there, and he said he had a hard time getting to that 1 because finished behind a 2, 3, and the 4 last time. So the matchup.
I didn't catch that. I used to love that strategy on the rematch.
Yeah, it's also one of those situations you didn't expect the 1 to be on the lead there. Looking at the pace projector, I had to kind of assume that the 8 would be sort of sent, and they sort of took the 8 off. So either they really hard sent the 1, which it didn't look like. It looked like he just just kind of inherited the lead. They tried to stalk with the 8, which from a pace standpoint, it was not at all how I saw that plan out.
DJ Vasquez, Luis Negron is on fire lately.
Yeah,
hit him with the fish, Chase.
Hit him with the fish? What did you say?
I said hit him with the fist, Chase.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
DJ's my boy. I think his horse ran again at Indiana Grand. I can't remember if it scratched because it was off track. It was an off track, or if it ran. But horse was a really impressive debut winner at Tampa Bay.
So I got a couple of comments from a couple of things I wanted to talk about. So first off, Chase, I do have to ask. So I said hit him with the fist, and you immediately thought fish. Is it because of that very impressive catch you had a couple weeks ago?
Because that what?
Very impressive catch you had a couple weeks ago.
Oh. Yeah, no, you just need to enunciate, but sure, why not?
I don't know. Caleb laughed instantly, so he knew exactly what I was saying. I don't know.
You troll. You have so many troll topics. It takes me a little bit to go through the Rolodex.
So Chase, in this last race at Canterbury, right now the board favorite, I really do not like the 8. If I had 4 horses I liked in here, what's the best way to leverage that up and make some money?
I will tell you right after I figure out my Emerald Downs play. Because we have 22 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Remind me if I don't forget. Thank you, Euclid Racing. I had a fucking fantastic time with Papo. He is just the way he does things. I love it so much because I'm one of these people that when I handicap, I have my process that I have to go through it, and I don't care if it doesn't make sense to other people. It's how I do it, and that's obviously how he does it, and he is great at it. So it was fucking awesome to hang out with Papo.
1 cherry for the 7. No.
I'm kind of assuming this is just dumb early money at Canterbury, but this 6 would be a drain the 401k kind of bet if he stays at 7-2.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah,
I thought it was a kind of a 2-horse race between the 5 and the 6.
This is Murphy's horse, right?
No, it's Murphy's
horse.
Oh,
Daigle? Yeah, or Daigle, or yeah. That's a pretty good little Archie bred horse for sure.
Jay's jumping on the 4 train here at EMD. He's got $20 on the 4. I got a $5 double to the 4.
That's the spot to be right now, I think.
I should make a play here at Emerald since I think last race at Canterbury chalks out.
I don't know how this 3's going to take all this money. It looks like he's going to come out from off the pace, and I don't see how that's going to happen. But
I actually pinged Chase last night, like the last race of Canterbury or the last race of Emerald, and I'm like, you have to start looking at Emerald Downs like every night because I think that there's just a huge bias. So tonight I was just like only wanted to play Emerald. Canterbury I've actually had a kind of a tough time at, but what were you saying, Chase?
It was funny because you pinged me, you're like, dude, you have to play the early speed at Emerald, and then I forgot about it, and then I checked with you. I was like, did it win? You're like, no, it just stopped. It just completely stopped. Like, oh, okay.
It was the cheapest of speed, and the horse just stopped. The horse opened up. I was actually giving him the play-by-play. I was like, oh, I need this horse to get loose. I'm like, the horse did get loose, and then I think I didn't type anything to him, and Chase was like, well, what happened? I was like, yeah, the horse stopped.
I'm gonna make an exacta play at Emerald 2 over the 4-5 in an exacta.
Wait, Mark's belly up here, right? He's out.
I'm dead.
Yep.
Well, good. Now I can do my $10 show bet.
And that's how he wins. $10 show bet. It's just like the old what was it, the BC? Or no, that's what a lot of the guys do with like those mandatories, right? And those live money things is like, hey, like I'll just like show bet my entire bankroll a couple times and then just gotta get those mandatories out.
Well, not the entire bankroll, but the entire minimum race.
Yeah.
Because those all have a size min. So something like BCBC is like a $500 min, so they'll show about.
It looks like Jay's saying that 74% of the win or 76% of the winners have been within one length of the lead.
So Josh, why do you play any other track? I mean, this is like the home. It's got to be like the home of Josh.
His variety is the spice of life. Sometimes he sits on his hand so that it goes numb and he can't feel it. Calls it the stranger.
British Gamer saying race 8, he really likes the 7. I 100% agree. I really like the 7. To me, that screams turf pedigree and first time turf here. So, and you're getting 8-1.
So who were? Sorry,
hold on. What track are you guys on?
Canterbury.
I'm playing Emerald Downs with my.
I would like the turf.
I was also playing Emerald Downs, so I was confused.
Yeah,
we're
good.
I'm
British Gamer said Canterbury.
2, 4, 5. Give me your 4 horses for Canterbury, and I'll spit you out a trifecta.
1, 6, 7. 6, 7. I prefer the most. 1, 5 a little less.
1, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Yeah.
You powered fast talking Yankee carpetbagger grifter powered through that, and I was just heard 1, 2, 1, 6, 7. I was like, those are only 3 horses, Mark.
All right, Caleb, I got your tickets up here. You got the 2, 4,
it's
3.
It's trash talking Yankee, Chase.
Trash talking Yankee. I still like to call you a carpetbagger though.
Yeah, Josh.
It's not inaccurate.
I think last race at Canterbury ends up chalking out. I don't care what the board looks like now. I think the 6 has to go off really short. And I think the 5 and the 8 are the next likeliest winners. So I'm kind of going to ignore that race, focus on Emerald Downs, where I think the 2 and the 4, like I've already covered, into the 3 with a double. And then I had $1 left on my bankroll, so I played a 2-4 over 3 over 2-4 trifecta at Emerald Downs race 2. That 3 horse loves to run second, so I'm kind of banking on that pattern continuing. And it won't be a huge return, I don't think, but it's $1, so you could do worse.
Right.
Shout out to or go ahead, Caleb, Chase. You got a play?
No, I'm thinking about Mark's trifecta question. I'm just gonna message him real quick. So,
all right, I went. Yeah. So British Gamer, I first saw him chatting last week, but I get all the notifications for people joining, and sometimes I see people actually have like other subscribers, and I'll click on, see like what kind of videos they post. So British Gamer, I think we're gonna have to talk a little Football Manager one of these days, because I am a fan of the spreadsheet simulator. So we might need to talk a little English tier 3 football over here. But one thing I we were talking about show bets and place bets and all this other nonsense, but I did want to say that someone, I forgot where I heard this, but someone had like a brilliant idea, or something that they actually do is when they go to Vegas, they just like get like 5 guys in the sports book. They all toss in $100, so they start with $500, and they just do a show parlay, and then they just get they just piss drink tickets, because they give you like a drink ticket for like every like $50 you bet. So like you just like keep on like playing the show parlay, and they just like keep on just like spewing drink tickets, and it's like you hit like 4 or 5 in a row, and like you like tripled your money or something like that. So we might when we do On the Wrong Lead live in Vegas, Mark, we might have to do a show parlay here.
The last time I went to Vegas, somebody last minute decided they couldn't come. So
we had the
I walked into that one, didn't I?
You did.
I walked right into that one. Stephen Fox has a spreadsheet.
Let's hit the comment above that. Just one.
Chase is the only one with the real beard.
Goddamn right I am.
It's true.
I cleaned it up. Sorry. Yeah.
This is me not shaving for like a week. So,
damn.
Like, yeah.
I remember my first beard.
I don't.
You'll get there someday, Josh.
Pan also says that his wife just hits all day long with her show bets. Like, I don't know, it's fun. Like if you have like I said, like if you do a group and you do the show parlay, it's fun. I always thought like the added bonus of getting drink tickets at Vegas, made it a little bit more interesting. But we got post time here. It looks like they're moseying on up there. I believe that's a threat to you, Chase.
I think he cut all his beard off.
He was very cherubic.
He was very cherubic. He was very smooth chinned.
He looked like a goddamn Valentine's Day card a little bit whenever he trimmed it off. He might have grown it back. I don't know how fastly he generates.
Little wings.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have the general build for it. So
little bare butt,
I got Brian's play up here. Brian's got an exacta, the 2-4 over 2-4-5-6 for $1. He's got $2 double, 2-4 to the 4 next race.
That puts me all in. Be nice if the 5 comes up. I mean, the 4 seems like a speed horse here, and the 7-1 just seems ridiculous. So try and find some value underneath. But my luck, it's going to go like 2-1, and I'll be out.
Yeah, I would probably normally win bet this 4, but I actually have.
So Pan, I am very, very jealous, and I and Gary should all talk.
Judas Priest. There we go.
Quite jealous. That's very cool.
We were talking about maybe going for Life is Beautiful, but the tickets like sold out instantly, and it's just like insanely expensive even to go for one day.
It's one of those things too. You're going to want to see like 1 in every 10 bands that are playing. So you'd be staged
for one day. Yeah, my wife's a big Green Day fan, so she would want to go see them. But I think we were talking about it in chat, right? We had posted up the lineup, and we're like
Green Day was like the only band you knew, or anybody.
I knew Green Day, and I knew like St. Vincent, I think, and that was it.
Hey Josh, are you guys going to go to the Wrigley Field concert for Green Day in August?
Yep. Yeah, we had tickets for it last year, 2 years ago before it canceled. So yeah.
All right, they are all in the gate at Emerald Downs. Going 6 furlongs, a claiming race. What is the claiming price? I don't have my PPs up because I have the screen up.
I think Chase should use binoculars while making the calls.
$2,500. The high value claimer.
And Sweet Hachi Machi did King Charlie broke like a shot, along with Fireball Red. Fireball Red now pokes ahead out in front, closely followed by the 6 Azadi. And the 1, King Charlie's starting to fade out of it a little bit. The 3, Irish Swing, heavy favorite, even money, starts to make up ground. And behind them, Smile for Ashley at 8-5, starting to creep up the rail. 4, 6 still going at it on the front end. Fireball Red and Azadi. While Irish Swing starts to make up ground. And now 6, Azadi has poked a head out in front. And it looks like Azadi has put away Fireball Red. And the 3-5 favorite, Irish Swing, decides to make this race really fucking boring.
Rebreak 4. Damn it.
Irish Swing trying hard to get there. A lot harder than I thought. And just gets the head up. Maybe Irish Swing by
I don't
Bob.
know.
It's going to be a photo. I think, but it's going to be a photo. It's close. I think Irish Swing got up.
Looked like the 3 to me.
Do you think Imbriali would have called that a photo?
I mean, probably, but I like to be bold.
I mean, Imbrial would have called it a 3-horse photo.
There's nothing more degrading than your horse getting beaten by like 2 lengths, and then the Nairo feed pulls up photo for win, and you're like, you motherfuckers, you sons of bitches.
That race got kind of squirrely when the 2 whiffed a break.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at how quickly the 1 came out of there.
Man, that 6 at 4-1 was a good price.
Yeah,
I was blinded by the
blinded by the
4.
3, 6, 4 still held. Definitely speed bias in play because that 4 held for a piece.
No, the 3 did get it.
Yeah. I think. I know this track historically is speed biased, but I'd say it's looked pretty fair so far.
And I wouldn't have played that 3 at 3-5, even though I need 1. Nope.
Mark, did you get your trifecta strategy?
I did. I'm playing what you gave me.
So Mark is playing with real American dollar or his own money here. What do you say? Is that not what you're playing? Oh,
I mistyped. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, what are you doing here? All right. So Mark's gonna try and make those $20 back.
$20 is $20, buddy.
Oh, I guess I should put that as an actual trifecta here. I mean, I assume people would know that it's the last race, it's trifecta, but try and be professional here. We're professionals.
That's a Canterbury, by the way.
Oh man, have you guys been on the on Twitter at all?
I mean,
I try to
constantly.
There's a good debate between Swift and EMD for me regarding race 1 and switching from left hand to right hand.
Oh, of course there was. We knew that was going to happen. I believe.
No, EMD actually said that the jockey did the right thing, and Swift is arguing with him.
I mean, I have a hard time. I have a hard time supporting Swift, but EMD for me talks more shit on jocks than probably anybody I've seen not named Soba Noodle. So, I mean, no need to go to the stick there. I don't think that was the right move from the jock. But
oh, so I freaking pull up the tweet, and the first thing I see is the first reply, Brian Duransky, just jumping in there.
Hey, man, I didn't like it.
All right, so this puts me all in. I got my play. I'll type it up. I'm sorry. I should just type it up instead of interrupting everybody like a big old dickhead.
You're good.
I like this horse, Daigle. I liked it against Archie Breads at Oakwan a couple times this meet. I think it gets the job done today. I'm going to go ahead and key it. $2 exacta, 6 over the 1, 5. I had 4 left. I thought about doing like a keyed trifecta where I was like 6 over 158 in second and third. But the exacta prices are pretty fair, so I'm going to try to tee off on like the 6-1 for what, $94.
You know, the fact that this 6 is taking all that money is going to leave some value there for the 5 on a personal win bet. Obviously, I'm all out on the wrong lead bucks.
Yes, this puts me out of OTWL bucks, but at least I had enough money to make it to the last Canterbury race. So pick 3 players.
I just played bad doubles.
I just played a bad pick, right?
My thing, so play. Let's talk. You want to talk small bankroll strategy? Like, say, all right, say you've got $20 in your pocket. All of a sudden, your fucking liver fails, and someone is like, "Listen, man, I will put a new liver in you, but you need to make some cash," and then like point you to the OTB. Are you willing to put your last $20 on one like ABC pick 3? Like, to me, I'd rather try to have like a tiny swing here, a tiny swing there, and connect on something, and then swing big later.
See, my thought is that that's not the actual situation that I'm in. So for this type of situation, it's I either beat you guys or I don't. So I'm going to take a stab at what I'm best at.
No, and it was a solid ticket, Mario. I think it was had a lot of value and a big approach.
Oh, that
hurts.
Ouch. That's brutal.
I just like watching Josh laugh when I say it.
The subtlety is what really makes the joke. So Chase, you guys talked about it a little bit earlier today. I missed the chat. I know Papa was saying that his his mindset has changed on it, but I kind of was like half paying attention. So what were his thoughts on it?
On like small bankroll?
Yeah, like the guy, like I think he was specifically talking about like the guy who like goes to the track maybe every other weekend or once a weekend and's got like $50 in his pocket.
Yeah, I very much agree with what Pablo said. His logic was, hey, you have $200 to go to the track on a weekend, and if you spread that out over 8 or 10 races, more than likely you're not going to do well. His logic was much more find 1 or 2 shots, take your shots. Worst case, you're still going to go back to work on Monday, so take those shots where you have your best opinions, and it's very much what we always say: take your shots in your best opinions, play less, leveraged up more, and you're either right or you're wrong.
Yeah, that's kind of what he was driving at, is like instead of playing those like $1 doubles, he was like, you play a $1 double and then you're still probably gonna have to play the next race even if you hit it at some point. So he's got, I mean, if I'm approaching it with like a $200 in my pocket sort of way, then I am trying to make that bigger bet. Like I am playing, instead of like a $2 base exacta, I'm probably playing like a $10 to $20 base exacta and taking a shot at what I like, as opposed to like a $1 shot. That's kind of how I got through like the winter at Aqueduct, was just like these are the shots that I like. Let me just like fucking let me hammer these keyed exactas.
But let me ask this: if you're playing $1 doubles, are you actually going to leverage any of your real opinion? No, you're not. What I mean? What's a $1 double going to get most people? Probably $12. You're talking a $25 double on these smaller fields. I mean, why not throw a $10 cold double out there and at least walk away with $100?
No, I agree. I totally agree. I think when you're playing the $1 double, like you might as well just be playing 3x2 doubles and just hoping for and shooting for the moon for prices and everything, because the odds are that, especially if you spread out 3 or 4 wide in one leg, you're just diluting the shit out of your profit in the double pool. How close are we to post?
Well, the other thing is, the more you play, the more the sort of calamity factor comes into it. If you have a couple of really good opinions and you get one of them right, you're going to do well. When you spread out over so many races, there's just so many. You're exposing yourself to that risk of something crazy happening, or you being wrong, or whatever.
Right. Let me ask you a question, because I probably play the least out of everybody on here, and I last year I started my hard and fast rule for doubles and exactas. If it's less than 25, I'll pass on the play. Even if it's like an $18 double, I will not hammer it, because I want something better than that.
It just it's so to me it's so situational.
For me, it's conviction level. How strongly do I feel about that opinion? I mean, if I'm getting $18 and I am thinking that it should be $8, yeah, sure, I'll slam it. But it's all about conviction level as opposed to the risk you feel like you're taking.
Like, or say I feel like I've got unbeatable chalk in two races with larger fields, and they're both 9 to 5 on the morning line. Who knows what they're doing in that? And they're getting 18. I'm getting 18 to 1 on that. Then I'll definitely, yeah.
You know,
go ahead, Brian.
No, you're fine. You know, I may play 3 races a card. That's my approach, and that started last year, and it's been an interesting approach. You know, I know a lot of people play every race, and they don't care if it's a $20 double or a $9 double.
Well, I think what sometimes happens too, and to kind of to Brian's point, talking about specifically about trying to find like what will only play if it gets a certain price. Like, I think that it's much easier to spot an overlay on a larger price than it is on a shorter price. Like, I feel like finding a 7 to 5 that really should be 2 to 1, right, is like much more difficult than, or finding a 4 to 5 or 4 to 5 that really should be more like 6 to 5 or 7 to 5. Like a chalky horse, or vice versa. A horse of 7 to 5 should be much shorter. Is a lot harder to find than it is to see like a horse that's like 8 to 1 that really should be 6 to 1, right? Like, I feel like it's easier to find those longer prices that way than it is to find the shorter ones.
Honestly, I think that's like one of the biggest misconceptions in racing is people treat a 4 to 5 the same thing as a 6 to 5, but right. Mathematically, the difference in implied probability for a 4 to 5 compared to a 6 to 5 is way more than the difference between a 6 to 1 and an 8 to 1.
And the 4 is not even shaped the same way as the 6.
Like, it feels bad to be like, oh, okay, I got 6 to 5 versus 4 to 5. Like, who cares? And like, I get that, I do. But when you're talking about true, implied probabilities and odds to win, versus, what you get paid, it takes a lot more money to move a horse from 6 to 5 to 4 to 5 than it does 8 to 1 to 6 to 1. So I think a lot of times people think they're smarter than they are. If you think that you can tell the difference between, a 6 to 1 and an 8 to 1, that's like a 2 to 3% difference in implied probability. And that's pretty really hard. There that's pretty hard to say. I can say with a 2 to 3% confidence level that, this horse is wrong. I mean, I can't do that personally. I mean, I could see a 20 to 1 that should be 10 to 1, but maybe not a 6 to 1, 8 to 1. That's tough.
Well, let me ask you this question. So on the board right now, the 6 is 8 to 5 at Canterbury. The probables for the exacta actually has the 8 as the favorite for the exactas and the exacta pools. You know what I mean? But the 5 is 7 to 2 and is paying twice as much as both the 6 and the 8 in the exactas. If you look at like to the 4, for example. It's kind of interesting. So if you like the 4 or you like the 5, you could make an argument that, depending on how you structure your exacta, the 5 might offer a ton more value there than it would at the 7 to 1 or 7 to 2 price on the board. Sorry. I had a train of thought and then I didn't think before I spoke.
No, I get what you're saying. I mean, is the, in the exacta pool to the 4, do you think the 6 is twice as likely as the 5? I mean, I think that's a fair question.
Right. I mean, if you do,
then you got tons of value there.
You do.
But I mean, that's just, the nature of these parimutuel pools and the tendency of, the average weekend warrior to box. I mean, look at the difference between the 5-6 versus the 6-5. I mean, 11 to 1 versus 14 to 1. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. So that's just the nature of getting outside of the top 3 or 4 choices in a race like this.
Yeah, and I would say back to Caleb's point, I think somebody like the 7 here is a massive overlay, first time turf, and a horse that has a lot of turf pedigree, and you're getting 3 times morning line.
Yeah, they're loading in here. I've posted John's ticket here a couple times. I know we were talking about other stuff, but I've had it up here. So
I like that.
He's got a little super play up here. And then we got a couple comments from the chat. Specifically, there's one specifically asking for Mark, so we will get to that one.
Oh no!
All right, they are off, and the 6, Daigle breaks to a quick start with the 7. Kiss Me Lips sitting right off of his hip. The 9 pumped up now. Danzig Star pushing up for the lead, and Daigle and Danzig Star go 1-2 into the turn. Daigle now asserts himself and takes the lead. Daigle settles about a length back of him, about 2 lengths back of them. The 4, Notepad, and the 7, Kiss Me Lips, followed by the 5, Majestic Ice, the 1, Platinum Hallway, the 8, She's Extremely Hot, and the 3, Bailden. Now, Danzig Star starting to shorten strides a little bit as Daigle ranges up next to him. They went 23.5 to the opening quarter, not as fast as I was expecting initially. Still, Danzig Star over Daigle. Daigle looks to have plenty of horse hitting the turn and looks really good hitting stride here. And Daigle is set to be your new leader as they hit the top of the stretch. We have Daigle over Danzig Star starting to fade with, big friggin' drifts here. Okay, so the Danzig Star is fading. Daigle has just opened up. That horse is gone. And it looks like the 8, She's Extremely Hot, going to get in for second place. Danzig Star holds for third, and it's a photo between the 7 and I don't know which fucking horse for fourth. I'm dead.
I mean, that 6 was all over the track and still much the best.
Yeah. Shout out to Murphy. I think hopefully that pays a couple of bills there for him. For the boys at Wasabi. British Gamer saying that the 7 missed out on each way by a neck. I didn't see where I was trying to will your 5 home there, Chase.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get up for the exact. That would have been nice, but oh well.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how the race looked on paper. I wouldn't have had that exact with like a $10 probable for $2. So
that was a pretty
if I wasn't already dead, I'd be dead anyway.
That was a pretty huge race from Danzig Star to actually hold for third there after kind of pumping up on the front, and then I did. You're right. You're right, though.
Keep pounding, saying the 6 was on the wrong lead. Freakness missed a branding opportunity. Oh man!
See, what's a shame was I was between the 5 and the 8 for who I wanted to use underneath, and I went for the 1 because the price was big.
I mean, those aren't the ones you beat yourself up over, right? Like the $10, the 4-1 exacto that you'd get back. Like,
no,
I think you're all right.
But I mean, if you're approaching it from like these are my last $20, then yeah, you beat yourself up because you took yourself out of it.
A wise gambler once told me that if you're not leaving money on the table, then you're making the wrong bets, or you're making too many bets.
What was that?
Not leaving some money on the table, like if you're not missing out on small scores, essentially every once in a while, you're playing too many tickets. But just food for thought. And
I'm looking at this Emerald Downs race, man, and I do like the 4, but I don't think the 4 is that much the best here for what the tote's offering. Seems like there's a lot of options elsewhere.
No, I want the 6. At 4-1, I really want this 6.
That's what I was looking at.
I'm going to use real dollars on this 6 because that was another single I had. I had the single to the 4 last race and the 6 here. So,
sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
It was me. Because this 2 looks like a horse that's actually passed horses before, and the 3, like I'd be big onto like a 6 over 2-3 exacta or even like a trifecta, but definitely at 5-1, I'm win betting that 6 because that just looks like the speed of speed.
Yeah, real money. I did a win bet on this 3 here, just $10 to win. I'm not going crazy at Emerald Downs on Thursday.
Harbor Outlaw, bump start. Okay. All right.
So we got some comments in the chat here. So first of all, Evil Bob Dole said, "Can't tell if Caleb's taking a shot at him."
I don't think so. Oh, it wasn't intentional.
You're talking about. I think you were talking about the chalk stuff and seeing value and people being smarter than they are.
No, Evil Bob Dole. Stephen Fox, friend of the show, probably is better at betting chalk than most people I know. I don't mean that as like better in terms of like he just plays chalk, because he doesn't always play chalk, but he can take an even money horse that he thinks should be 3 to 5 and make a large win bet on it. And that's a really important skill to have that a lot of people don't. I mean, probably myself included. So I think he's very good at that.
Pan saying, any teller will tell you if you want to win big, you have to bet big. And I will disagree slightly on that, but in most cases, I think that yes, like if you're playing win, or you're playing like exacta or double, like generally, if you're going to want to win thousands of dollars, you're going to need to, bet hundreds of dollars. So that makes sense, and those are higher strike rate bets. But I do think that in the pick 5 pool, you can get away with a $36 to $54 ticket and still set yourself up for pretty nice scores. I mean, my biggest score came on a $24 ticket. So this one is specifically, I think, for you, Mark. Did you miss, or Mr. Ben Wilkie asking if he missed you gushing over Turf God Jose Lezcano?
I have in the past. I mean, him and Junior, both equally.
Lezcano won that race in a huge long shot today at Belmont, right?
Yeah, I wasn't actually paying attention to Belmont today, but I think I like Lezcano and Junior both for the same reason, and that's the fact that they're jockeys that don't take money just on their name alone, and you can oftentimes find them on quality horses that get to be a bit of a price.
John Wilbanks firing away again at Emerald Downs. He likes the 1 here.
Seems like there's a lot of value on the 2 and the 5 here at Emerald, right? Like, am I nuts here?
I think
Both can forwardly placed, both. I mean, the 2 doesn't have, was in the wet last out, showed a lot of speed, probably doesn't have a propensity to love that. 5 also showed a bunch of speed last out, in the slop. Should have liked it more, but both seem like interesting options.
I think 1, 2, 3, and 5 would not surprise anybody if they happen to win, but the 6 does look to be maybe the speed of the speed here, and at 6 furlongs, why not?
Also, it's coming off the. I always say it. I'm a big fan of the all weather to anything. I always think that there's going to be an all weather to dirt or turf kind of surface change pop there that I would hope for.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens at Gulfstream when they add the all weather. But Mark, sorry, go for it.
No, I was just going to say, Bri, you're saying the 6 you thought was the speed. Outside drawn speed, though, and is the 6 going to have enough speed to really clear, or going to be hung 3 wide going into the first quarter?
The way I'm looking at it, I'm interpreting it as the 6 may be lone speed here, inexpensive velocity kind of thing. I think the 3 and the 1 both might want to sit back, and I don't think there's going to be much pressure for the 6 to up front, but we'll see.
So Josh, can I get an inexpensive velocity check on the 6?
The 6 was my single here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's 100%.
It's completely inexpensive velocity. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it scored well on the cherries, but I thought it was the.
I mean, if it's a single, it's got to be like a 4 cherry horse, right?
Yeah, and four tolerant cherries, not like 3 cherries and then one swastika cherry.
Yeah.
What did I say earlier? 3 over 2-4 or 3 over 2-3? Or sorry, 6 over 2-4 or 6 over 2-3.
I'm just win betting the 2 and the 5 here at these odds.
I'll win bet the 6 at 3 to 1, but I've still got my exact 6 over 2, and then I'm going to use the 3, 6, 2, 3.
I realize Brian's going to probably beat me for saying I'm going to win bet 2 horses, but
no, if you're going to Dutch them, I just don't think at 4 to 1 the 2 has that much value. I don't see what you see in the 2. I think the 5 has a ton of value at 9 to 1.
Yeah, I was going to say that the odds have moved quite a bit since I placed it. Actually, the horse was
quite a bit. I see it opposite. I think the 2 at 4 to 1. I mean, I think he could be the second likeliest winner unless the 4 is a monster. But I don't see anything. I'm not seeing any reason to bet the 5. Honestly, I mean, unless
2's running on Butte, so.
Since we're talking about
5 is also running on Butte, so it invalidates your point.
we're talking about this like it's going to matter. The 4 is going to wire them. And
Yeah,
the
I mean, this
the
4
6 is
might
going to
just-
come behind them.
Yeah, he might break on top and never look back, but I'm still on
the Comfort Inn purse. I always love Emerald Downs. They name all their races. Like every night, there's like a Budweiser purse.
Is that like for sort of like Ascot, where they name every single race?
Yep.
You haven't talked about Ascot, Josh.
Man, this purse includes $2,035 for the Muckleshoot tribal contribution.
Yeah.
Ooh, Muckleshoot. There is a Muckleshoot purse as well.
Gonna build that totem pole. One purse at a time. All right, they're in the gate. Let's see who actually breaks to the lead here.
That ain't gonna be the one.
No. The one has said, fuck this shit, settling down now.
So, Josh, no Royal Ascot?
And
We got time after this race.
The 2 Rings of Saturn breaks to the lead with the 4 Bestio sitting right off of them. With the closely packed 5 Tap the Bank and 6 American Buddha off of their hips. The 3 Harbor Outlaw sitting about 3 lengths back and bringing up the ass in the 1 Alpine Hypnosis. I was going to say Hypnosis. I fucked that all up. They went 22 and 22.28 to the quarter pole, and it looks like they are starting to run out of steam. But American Buddha, very much not meditative, very active.
Um,
And it looks like American Buddha has reached enlightenment into the stretch. He is gone. The question is going to be who finishes second. I might actually hit an exacta here because it's either going to be the 2 or the 4.
I think the 2's winning.
The 6 is not hit Nirvana yet.
2's winning.
6.
Mother effer, you might have marked
2.
that one.
I think the 2 got the bob.
No, 6-2.
I think the
I
2
think
won.
so.
Oh, look at that high five.
Dude,
Get out
my
of
exact-
here. Get the
I'm saying it's 2-6.
2-6.
I think
right?
it's
6-2.
I think it's 6-2.
And when you call it at the 3/16 bowl, like Mark does,
was
I mean, he
over.
called it like
It was
the horse was
over.
home, and he was still 2 lengths
Y'all
behind.
you kept calling me Vic, and it had to rub off at some point.
well, if it makes you feel any better, I could not tell which horse you had money on, like weekend with Vic. So
At least I didn't get confused, and when they hit the line, just yelled, "Yes!"
but you could have gone Al Michaels with it and been like, "This race is over."
I remember the announcer from Mountaineer, Peter Barry. I think he's hilarious, and I think he's a pretty decent caller. But there's every once in a while he gets this call where he just goes, "Whoa!" Like he doesn't know what to say, and just like spouts the first thing out. Oh,
I think that's 2, man.
It
Did
might
the
be
6
2.
get the bob?
Yep,
Dude,
two,
it is
two,
the
two,
2.
6, 2, 6.
Was it 2?
Chase marked it.
Yep. I did.
Boom.
I Gruz marked it for death.
Well, my win bet
The 2 is
feels smart now.
that was a good bet on the 2. I mean, even at 7-2, that was a fair price. I thought. My 3 kind of sucked. I didn't love the ride. I think the rail looks kind of shitty. I know the 2 horse just won, but I think the rail doesn't look good.
Maybe the 6 is just a hanger, but the way that race was run, hitting the stretch, that 6 should have left that 2 and 4 just absolutely behind.
I mean, I had the 6 marked on my form as a need to lead horse who's too slow to get it. He's never passed a horse. I didn't see why he'd pass a horse today. And if you look at optics, this 2 is actually quite a bit quicker, and I think that's how it played out.
Don't bring optics into this.
I just didn't. I like the 3 more though. That was kind of my own fault. But
Circle gets the square.
They're all maidens. So really, are any of these need lead horses? Like, can you tell?
I mean, with 4 starts, I would say I know enough anyway.
So I have a theory on some of these horses that, like, when they finish just dead ass last by like 20 lengths and they're maidens, and maybe they got like a bump or something like that. I take the theory that maybe this is actually a need the lead horse, and because of the bump he didn't make it and he just packed it in, so he might show speed next out. That's my guess. That's a way for me to try to work to the speed sometimes. I don't like how any of you are looking at me right now.
I kept on waiting for you to say something about the comment that I had highlighted for the past 2 minutes.
So I want to call this out now. I think Harbor Outlaw the 3 is going to ship down to Del Mar Turf this summer, and Mark's going to play it.
I think Caleb's going to talk me off it, and it's going to cost me $200,000.
Well,
Not that that's ever happened or anything.
The way you're playing now, you're definitely going to make that horse a B.
Ouch.
So next week, we got Ascot next week, huh?
Yeah, Ascot starts
it is, isn't
Tuesday.
it? Ascot's always so much fun.
Royal Ascot, eh?
I was
And
actually
Westport.
positive at Ascot last year. It's like one of like 4 tracks I was positive at. Just playing win place bets, nothing else. Just like or each way bets, I guess is what they call them over there.
Any chance the Royal Wolf of Ascot?
Oh, fuck no. I'll just bet every Westward horse. If you're watching Belmont, like it's like the last like I don't know how many cards have started off with 2-year-old races where the Westward horse just like looks like it's destined to win the Queen's Cherry Jubilee or whatever the fuck it's called at Royal Ascot.
The 3 Cherry Jubilee.
Cherries.
Yeah.
Cherries, and Nazi memorabilia. Come on down.
Yeah, there's
We've
a
got
couple
survival kits.
couple of horses that owe me money that are running at Ascot, so be able to bet a couple of them
Is
back.
Campanelle running? Because she owes me money.
No, Aodara will be the one.
Oh, she owes me money.
Yeah, she has a couple less money.
All right, guys. It is a 9 o'clock hard cutoff for me, so I am done for the evening.
All right, Chase. We will catch you. What time are you on tomorrow?
I will be on Always Be Racing for America's Best Racing at ABR Live at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central with Blackjack Fletcher and Danielle Monnier, a.k.a. Summer Rae at the WWE. I'm getting so much better at plugging myself. That sounds weird. Plugging my appearances, not plugging myself.
No,
Dirty,
you said
dirty
it.
tout you.
I'm going to leave on that note.
Pegging.
Can someone just snip that part of the video?
Oh, we got it.
And Pan, we should never be using poor and Bob Baffert in the same sentence. Fuck the cheating fucking asshole. I mean, he's been honestly one of the dirtiest trainers in the game for however long as long as I can remember. I mean, going back, I've literally been playing horses for over 20 years, and that going back 20 years, Bob Baffert was a dirty whatever, and everybody knew it. Nobody ever caught him. He's the pretty face of racing and gets away with murder. And it's finally coming around, and he's getting what's due.
So I guess last thing we probably talk about is what do you guys got going on this weekend? Then Caleb, you're going to a dry wedding, so I mean you're just like living life.
Yeah, I'll be sneaking the flask in the boot, onto the wedding. Yeah, I got that Saturday. Working on closing on a house, so I haven't really looked at much racing at all, to be honest. With that 2-day carryover at Belmont, I'll probably take a peek tomorrow, but that's probably all I'll play all weekend, honestly. I'm not looking to get into anything too heavy.
Brian.
I'm going to be spending my weekend at a softball field.
Ooh, fun.
Who do you guys play?
It's girls.
Oh,
It is,
you're beating up on girls?
No, they beat me up. I can no longer hit, and I always get stuck in a rundown. It's just ugly. But no, there's a tournament locally, so we'll be over there.
Fun. Meet you at Horseshoe after?
Maybe. You got to check out the Hard Rock.
How is it? Have you been there yet?
It is nice. I have not been there. I've talked to people that have, and they said it is phenomenal. Don't be scared if you've heard about it. It may be located in Gary, Indiana, but it is close to the highway. So multiple exit routes.
Nice. Mark, what do you got going on this weekend?
Probably not much. I, like Caleb, cannot ignore a carryover. So I will probably be looking at Belmont tomorrow, but I'll be pretty light until Saratoga. Just kind of taking a little bit of a mental break before the big ramp up there.
Yeah, I probably am just gonna. I got some tournament bucks burning a hole in my pocket, so I might just look at some tournaments. But I'm gonna try and be kind of late this weekend as well. And I started looking ahead to July 17th, Brian. Put that down on your calendar. We might talk about trying to get a box at Arlington that day.
July 17th. That's a Saturday.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
their
boy.
that's their like million day preview. So probably be a little bit cheaper getting the box that day than million day.
And it's opening Saratoga weekend, and you're going to go to Arlington.
Yeah, because you can play Saratoga from anywhere. An ADW.
But you could be at Saratoga playing Saratoga.
Well, I still gotta figure that out. But yeah. So for Chase, who had to leave a little bit early, I'm Josh, Mark, Brian, Caleb. We're on the wrong lead. Catch us at wrong_lead on Twitter. Obviously, you guys know our youtube.com/on the wrong lead. Visit our website ontherewronglead.com. Buy a t-shirt. Ida hit a pick 4 or pick 3 or something today because she was wearing a t-shirt. Keep Pounding's been on like the heater of all heaters. He wears the t-shirt daily. Shout out to Keep Pounding. Yeah, we'll catch you guys later.